Welcome back to the Leverage Room. Same host and the only host of this channel right here. All right, so today we're going to start off on this relationship series. And I got special requests to start off on the dudes, okay? Some of y'all going to hate me. They be like, he's giving away sauce. But it has to be done, you know. It's 2026, where we about 4 months into this thing, and it's time to expose you busters. Busters. All right, ladies, we're gonna get on them for you. I'm gonna get on them for you real quick. When you're in a courting process with any man, you gotta do the rundown. All right, so men, ladies, because when the guys courting you or talking to you, it's like, what you must say? It's like an application process. They're applying for a position in your life. Let's get that out the way. When a dude's courting you, hollering at you, talking to you, or looking to date you, they are applying a position in your life. You know what I mean? So what does that mean, right? It's an application process. Get his real name, straight up, his real full name. Now, some like to do the background checks, but before y'all do the background checks, ask that man. See how honest he really is, right? This is part of the application process with whoever you're dealing with. His real name, ask about his little background, because sometimes the background shows little patterns. Not all males are the same, but let's just generalize them real quick. Let's see what he is, because you don't want to be with a sex offender. I'm so sorry. And most of them spin the story like they didn't know, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Listen, I'm 100% male, and I'm masculine. We know when she's young. There's too many tell signs. Her speech, what she's wearing, how she looks. She looks like a baby. You feel me? So, ladies, do not fall for the ID, or she was 17, or da-da-da-da-da-da. Some of these guys are sickos, and you want to stay away from sex offenders, all right? And you also want to stay away from guys that got more than 4 domestic violence. Even 3's a little pushing it, but you gotta stay away from them little woman beaters, because some of the stories I hear literally break me heart. I'm talking about break the heart. All right. Part of the application process. Next on the list, see who he hangs with. See what he does with his free time. Is he on the block? Is he a corner boy? Is he, see what his hobbies are. Is he a man of the Lord? Is he reading his Bible? And if he do say he's a man of the Lord, ask him some biblical questions to see if he's going to give you answers that's from the Bible, not from his own mouth. That's a very important one, because I done seen a lot of jokers in that category. They say they're biblical, but he can't show you no scriptures. What is that? And if he's not a biblical man, see what his hobbies are. You gotta see that. What does he do with his leisure time? Is he laying around? Is he volunteering somewhere? Part of the application process, see what his leisure time is about. These are leisure times you want to stay away from. He's drinking, he's partying, he's going out to the club. You don't want none of those. No. You do not want none of those things. You don't. I'm just keeping a bean. You don't want none of those 3. Next in the application process, How is he making a living? How? Where is he at with his financial obligations? You know what I mean? Like, is he taking care of his kids? Is he paying his bills? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even really matter what he's spending his money on, as long as it's not drugs, the casinos, and prostitution. Let me say it one more time. It kind of really doesn't matter what he spent his money on, as long as it's not drugs, prostitution, and the casino. You know what I mean? Once again, is he paying his bills? Is he paying his child support? Is he paying his car insurance? Some of these dudes are doing these fake car insurance. Is he taking care of his kids? This is the big one. Because if he's not taking care of his kids, you shouldn't be with him. He shouldn't even be an option. You know, case closed on that one. You know what I mean? Application denied. He's not taking care of his kids. Huge red flag. He's not taking care of his kids. He don't care about his children. He can't care about you. Also, look what kind of friends does he have? Because 9 times out of 10, he's just like his buddies. He's just like his buddies. Next step on the application process, does he has vision? This is a huge one. You know, it doesn't matter if he sweet talk you. It doesn't matter if he make you feel good. Because feel good, a lot of times, ladies, got you in predicaments where now you're crushed, or now he done gave you STD, or now you done had a baby with him, or now he done crashed your car, and now he done did all this wild stuff because you're not following this application process. Because once again, when he's courting you, talking to you, trying to date you, he's applying for a position in your life. And as a woman, you need to be looking for strong men, godly men, men that take care of the kids, men that pay their bills, men that rather spend most of their time with you if they're not with their kids, if they're not at work, if they're not volunteering, if they're not out in the streets trying to compel people to come into church, if they're, you know, these are the men that you need to look for. Now, yes, some of y'all used to the bad boys, pistol whipping, chunk gripping, wool grain sipping, and pack flipping dudes. But I'm telling you, these dudes are not, they don't last, they go to jail, they're dead. You know what I mean? Get you a man that has a job, get you a man that's sober. That's another good one. Get you a sober guy. Because at least he can't blame nothing on the drugs. Do that. Do that. You know what I mean? So I'm going into this relationship series. We're going to start. I'm going to get on you dudes first. I'm going to get on you dudes first. This is just the introduction. You know what I mean? There's plenty more to come. You know, plenty more to come. This is for all the beautiful women out there. And just all for the women, period. What they say, period. This is all for y'all. I'm doing this for y'all. We're getting on these dudes to stay away from, and these dudes to lean towards in. You know, application process. This is the basics. His real name, his income. You don't even know how much he makes, but does he have one, a consistent one? Does he take care of his kids? Does he has a criminal history? Because sometimes those are hit and miss. And who his friends are, most important, who his friends are. What does he do with his leisure time? That's a huge one. You don't want that dude that's just watching porn all the time, because that's a whole new other trick bag that later down in the series we're gonna go ahead and get into. And also, is he taking care of his kids? Because if he ain't taking care of his kids and he don't love himself, he definitely ain't gonna love you and treat you right. You know what I mean? So keep this nice, simple, and short. For those who are new, I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. If you got any questions, holla at me. If you got these comments, put it in there. You know what I mean? I love to talk. And see y'all on the next episode of The Leverage Room. We're here to leverage your life to get one up on any situation. Peace.